Entries made after this time won't be counted, but may still be charged. Good luck with that. Now, in the Sun newspaper today, it says that Gordon Brown is heading for a crushing defeat at the next election. Apparently 7 out of 10 of us think that his government is doing a bad job. This comes as pressure goes for him to go head-to-head with David Cameron in the first ever live televised debate between political party leaders in this country. And obviously we've seen it before in America, we've not seen it here. Do you think it would be good for politics in this country?
Well, I think it'd be great viewing, definitely really exciting just to put them on the spot in a live television situation. I don't know if it would be good for politics. I personally think it would be really nice to see politicians being transparent, being kind of put on the spot in a live television situation where they've got to think on their feet for a whole hour. I mean, you know, we know that Gordon Brown isn't always forthcoming with opinions until way after the event sometimes. But I think that, you know, even he would have to show his true colours during an hour of live television, providing they were... No, as long as they don't tell them what the questions are beforehand and they can't prepare the answers.
What the questions are. They'll be primed. I mean, they won't be primed necessarily by the television product, but what... Do
we know that? Because that would be a bit of a cheat,
but they're going to ask questions that are of the day. They're going to ask questions that we would all like answered. I think it's interesting. I think it'll be entertaining, but I don't think it'll give you any more insight into how any of them think, because that's what it's all about. Spin.
Well, I think what it will show us is that who's good in that situation, because it's not the most important part of their job, but it is important that they're able to get their views across in a live television situation and be a spokesperson for the country.
But that happens every week. It happens every week when they're working at Prime Minister's questions in the House of Commons. Yeah, OK, there is a lot of etiquette involved and a lot of procedure involved in PMQs, but if you watch it, and not a lot of people do, which is why I think this is a good thing, because it will bring it to a much wider audience and people will be more interested and they will be able to see how absolutely useless they are. And, you know, the only thing is Gordon Brown... has anybody ever seen Gordon Brown answer a question? Anyone? Anyone? Ever? No. And the point is, if it brings it to a wider audience, so people can see what a charlatan he is, then that's brilliant.
Carol, you can't say that.
And also, hang on.
You can dislike him, but you can't call him a charlatan.
Yes, I can.
He's no more a charlatan than anybody.
Listen, I'm not singling him out either. I think I'm not a fan of David Cameron either. And I think that the people of this country really need to know what sort of a mess we're in with the politicians that we've got. And if people did pay more attention, I don't know what we can do about it. And I despair at the thought of it.
But don't you think they should teach it at school, Carol, then?
Yes, I do. You know, but Lynda, that's a whole different argument. In terms of the, the debating on TV, I think it's a really positive step, because, like you say, you do have Prime Minister's question time and people choose to join in. And it's a little bit dull, but
they get very scared. You can see them, and these are seasoned pros, some of these American politicians, and you can see them visibly scared.
I think the main point is that why we need to have something like this is that people seem to think that politics isn't anything to do with... It isn't anything to do with me. I can't be bothered with politicians. They're all the same. You know, you guys have just had a little row about it. They're all the same.
That won't change that. America again. Why do we always have to follow America?
Bellingham, listen to me. Politics affects all of us. It's to do with how often your bins are collected. It's to do with how much tax you pay. You can't just...
They're fine with the Simpsons. Let's leave their politics alone.
I think if there is a chance to see, and it's not just Gordon Brown and David Cameron, it's going to be Nick Clegg as well. Get a chance to properly see what people's opinions are, how good they cope under the stress of live television. We need to see that.
If people are not interested, they're not interested. It doesn't matter. You know, it would be great if everyone would be going, wow, this is really exciting, you know, seeing politicians on telly going against each other. It's there for everyone to see.
Put them on with Carol McGiffin there. That'll be the real...
Let me at them!
Maybe as another thought, we should bung them all in the jungle.
Oh, there we go. OK,
well, that really would show their true colours. What a great idea!
Time for one last breather before Holland.